Hello everybody, welcome to the table. Today I'm going to show you some of the most affordable and available made in the USA folding knives in existence at this point in time. And so you can probably tell from the pictures and from the title, these are the buck knives, the model 110 and the 112. These, however, are the slim versions of the knife. And so, of course, when you think pocket knife, and you generally think buck 110, that is the quintessential pocket knife when you say the word pocket knife. And so these right here are kind of cut down versions of that venerable model, but they are still made in the USA, made with quality materials, and they are super affordable price-wise. So let's take a look at what I have on the table for us today. So our larger model right here, this knife is essentially the exact same specs and dimensions as the original Buck 110. This one, of course, is called the Slim model. So this particular one is called the Slim Hunter. And so there's our model number for it right there. But again, let's go over the specs because size-wise, we are identical. So we can see the overall length right here. We have an overall length of a little over 8.5 inches. And our blade length here, cutting edge about 3.5 inches and 3 3/4 inches of overall length. So this is, a big knife in hand. So as it fills your hand, you can see how large that handle is. It is a lockback design. This particular version, though, our slim versions of these knives were slightly upgraded from the original wood and brass versions in that we have these pocket clips now applied, which is great. Some of the newer models have pocket clips, some don't. It really depends on what you're shopping for. But our Buck 110 is the big guy. The smaller one, very much more EDC friendly, I guess you could say. This is the Buck 112. So there are wood and brass versions of this knife as well. But what we have right here is a little bit smaller in size. So we can see the overall length of this knife is coming in at about 7 1/4 inches. And our blade length cutting edge is about 2 3/4 with about 3 inches of overall blade length. So much more pocket friendly, fits the hand still very nicely. And both of these knives, the best thing about them, the original Buck 110, very heavy with wood, brass, and steel. These ones are very lightweight, hence the name Slim. The slim handles, lightweight. They both come in at under 3 ounces. So we're looking at about 2.9 for the 110 Slim and the 112 Slim about 2.5 ounces. So either way, very pocket friendly, very easy to carry. And of course, these Buck pocket clips were installed. And now, not everyone, this could be a potential downside. The pocket clips that Buck uses, they have the Anvil logo. They are kind of wide. Now, they are nicely deep carry, as you can see here, and they're even reversible. So we can see we get an extra set of screws on the other side. So you can carry it right or left-hand side, tip up carry, which is great. The width of the pocket clip, it's a bit wonky. That's a personal taste, though. But the fact that we have pocket clips on traditional knives at all is a really nice thing. So these two particular versions might look a little different from what you're familiar with as well, because these versions were cut down even further because these are from Midway USA. They had their very own limited run made of these knives without any thumb studs. So these are 2-hand openers that I have on the table right here. And so there is no thumb stud to open it with one hand. And we can see an original version of the 112 Slim here. This one does have the traditional thumb studs that were installed. And so most of the models you see on the market are going to have thumb studs like this one right here. But to reach a really low price point, Midway USA ordered this line with no thumb studs, making them 2-hand openers, still with the same pocket clip, same size essentially as the regular Slim line. But of course, any pocket knife, any traditional knife that you own that does not have thumb studs, you can always add those on your own, because if you haven't seen these guys before, this right here is the quick thumb stud. This is essentially a thumb stud that you affix to the blade. You use a little Allen wrench to tighten it down. And just like you see in the picture right there, boom, instant thumb stud on any pocket knife that doesn't already have one. So you can make these quick opening if you really wanted to with one of these. These only cost, $4 or $5 in most places. And these as well are also made in the USA. So super good deal for these. I always try and keep some of these on hand in case I have any pocket knives that I need to apply them to, such as these two models right here. So depending on which one you want to carry, you can affix a thumb stud if you would really like. But even as a 2-handed opener, that's not really a downside. When you think of the cutting potential that Buck knives give you, these blades right here are 420HC steel, which you might say, hey, that's a really cheap low-end steel. And it is, except when Buck produces it. Their heat treat process is pretty legendary in the industry. And so their 420HC performs very, very well in all tests. And you can go watch other channels, other videos reviewing it. The 420HC that Buck produces is legendary, essentially, in its quality and performance. Same thing for all of their steels. Like even this one right here is an S30V, but their heat treat is very renowned. So really great budget knives. And now these ones that I have on the table, these two slims here, I was able to pick these up. Midway USA actually had them on sale, believe it or not, 15 bucks a piece. And sadly, I just checked as of filming this, and they are now out of stock of that run. You could always add it to your wish list, I guess. But the good news is you can still find these lines very commonly, both in-person sales and online, $25 to $30 for this knife. And most of the ones you're going to find nowadays actually do have the thumb stud, like this model right here. So it'll have the plastic handles, but the thumb stud. Everything else, again, very similar. So a great lockback design, very classic. And even if you're not into so-called traditional folders, having these to beat on around the house, they're made in the USA. They have that, forever Buck warranty. And I think a lot of you watching these videos out here really want a made in the USA option. So that's what Buck is giving us with these 110 slims, these 112 slims. Anyone can afford one of these knives, either for yourself or to give as a gift for someone in your life, especially somebody who, says, hey, I need something that I want to support U.S. craftsmen. I want something made in the United States. Buck comes through for us. And a lot of the Buck products are made in the USA, but not all of them. So if you see any other Buck line models in stores, be sure to look at the packaging. Make sure it says made in the USA if that is important to you, because a lot of Buck's budget folders, same cost as these ones, look a lot more modern, and they are made in China. That's neither good nor bad. That's a matter of your opinion, but I think everyone should be aware of where the products in their life come from, especially when it comes to tools like pocket knives. So Buck is a great US-based company, and I really appreciate them bringing out models like this so that everyone can afford a great knife made in this country of origin. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this. I know, kind of a short video, and that was really the point. Go buy these if you want a US-made knife. If country of origin doesn't matter to you, your world opens up. But I know for quite a lot of us, we prefer to support US manufacturing. So the Buck 110 and the 112 Slim, the Slim Hunter, and the Slim Ranger. Go search them out, guys. Have a nice day. See ya.